Hi everybody, it's Abel from Morphe again. This tutorial video is going to be for my castle wall set that's going to soon be released. This is a 35 or 36 piece kit that you can use to make perimeter walling around a castle or a village or any little medieval area that you want walled off. It's all custom made and fit to snap together, and we're going to go over 4 or 5 different sections of pieces here, starting from left to right with the castle straight walls is what I want to call them. Then we'll do the curves and corners, the tower sections, steps, and the ramps, and lastly we'll do the gates, which are in these little res boxes here. As you can see, I have 5 straight through sections here. What I call straight through is basically towers or open towers where the walkways connect straight through as opposed to 45-degree angles or 90-degree angles. These are 2 of the straight throughs, and here are the general wall pieces. I made them in 4 different sizes, as you can see: 8 meter, 6 meter, 4 meter, and 2 meter. And I do this because you don't want to take a 6 meter and try to stretch it out to 10 meters. You're just going to mess up your textures and your crenellation sizes. But I figure by skipping every 2 meters, you can take the wall pieces and moderately, if you need a 7 meter section or a 5 meter section or a 3 meter section, you can get away with stretching these just a little bit without making the textures or the crenellations too warped looking or too stretched out, very unnatural. I figured it'd be worth putting in the extra time and extra effort to make all 4 wall pieces with the correct crenellation sizes. And above, you're going to notice as I go down the line here, I have these floating pieces. These are extensions for the bottom of all the walls. Anything that has a unique base, like the 8 meter wall section is the 8 meter rectangle. I have a wall extension that goes with it. Same with the tower, which is kind of an octagon shape. I have a extension that goes on the bottom for that. So every piece that you get will have this extension capabilities, and this is for downward slopes in case your land is coming down and it slopes in a downward pattern, but you want your wall to go even across. You'll take this extension piece and just snap it to the bottom of the tower. Real quick here, I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to shift copy one of these up, and you will see that they plug right in together, so that makes your tower a little bit taller. They're also for use with the ramps, which towards the end of this tutorial I'll be going over the ramps. Ramps will basically take your 8 meter tall wall and you can go up 2 meters or up 4 meters to whatever desired height that you want. And underneath those ramp sections you would use these these wall pieces for higher walls basically. But everything as standard is set at 8 meters high, meaning from the ground to the walkway is exactly 8 meters. Okay, we're going to move over here to the corner pieces, and as you see, there are 2 extensions for the corner pieces, even though there are 4 pieces for the wall set. And you can use this 45-degree piece for either one of the 45-degree inner or outer walls. Same with the 90-degree elbow here. You can use that for the outer 90-degree or the inner. It'll all snap together and all the textures will line up for you. And this is just a tower corner, open tower corner with its extension base. As you can see, these are not actually 45-degree turns, but what they are is a 45-degree elbow. So if I were to take a wall section and snap it in here, make sure I'm snapped up nice and there we go, perfect. You can see that lines up real nice. If I take this and I connect my wall pieces to it, you're going to notice that it makes a 90-degree turn, but the piece is just a simple, whoops, these need to be lowered a little bit. There we go. This one's still out of line a little bit. There we go. As you can see, it wasn't very hard to put those together, but it makes a 45-degree elbow, like I was saying, but all in all, it turns 90 degrees, you can see. Just another option to make the pack more versatile. I'm going to go ahead and delete these. And these are just basic 90-degree elbows. I think, you know, they're 9.5 meters. They work the same way. And you have the inside corners to go inside and the outside, which is pretty nice. A pretty nice option for designers and people that wants to go all sorts of different ways. Over here we have covered towers, and two of these are 90 degrees, as you can see by the extension pieces or the actual pieces themselves, and a straight through covered tower with its corresponding extension piece. Very straightforward, very simple. Over here, these are the stair pieces, and I'm going to drag a wall down here so I can just kind of demonstrate how these are supposed to work. These are two different styles, regular and reversed staircases, and these will just butt up against a wall, so you can place them anywhere you want. And turn this around to the inside of the wall, and they need to be raised up. And here you can see the staircase up against one of the standard wall sections. And if you wanted to, you can use the flat wall section. It works the same way. You just snap it in right up against the wall. Just like that. Very easy. And now for the last section before the gates, I wanted to cover are the ramps. These can be used for taking your wall sections up to pretty much any height you want in increments of 2. Right now I'm using the 4-meter incline section, which basically means that from the very top of the walkway, let me turn around here, the very top of the walkway, which is 8 meters, it will rise 4 meters to the top, essentially taking the wall from 8 meters to 12 meters. Now there's also the 2-meter rise sections, which is the same thing, from the 8-meter mark, to the 10-meter mark. These are 2-meter rises. And as you can see, these can snap right together. Let me zoom in a little closer here so my grid works. There we go. Now this is where I was talking about one of the uses for the extension pieces. You see, once you bring your wall set up and your ramps set up, you have your wall here that's lined up and all the crenellations in the walkway lines up nice and neat, but you have this gap underneath here. Now I can't go through and make a height for every increment that you think you want to go up, 2, 4, 6, 8. So what you do is, this is when you can use your extension pieces. Let's bring this way over. I'll cover this more again in the next video, which is the snapping tutorial. Snap it right in there. Zoom in. Snap it there. And as you can see, it needs to be lowered. It got a little bit of flicker. So we'll go ahead and drop it down there. And that fills it in nice and neatly. Now, I labeled the pieces in reference to looking at the front or the outside of the walls. So this piece right here is going to be called the incline. This is called a 4-meter incline. And the corresponding piece would be the 2-meter incline. Now, the pieces that go down as you move to the right will be the declines. 4-meter incline, decline and 2-meter decline. That'll help you for like going around a tower corner and coming back down if you need to raise your towers up higher or something. Again, we'll go over that in the next video. Let me go ahead and delete these pieces. And I think that covers it for all 35. Oh no, we still have the gates to do. The gates are in res boxes, and the res boxes will work like any other res box. I have them in res boxes because they come with included scripted doors. Now I know there's a lot of scripts out today that you can do linked doors, but I still really just love using the Pascus doors, the Pascus scripts, because they open and close so smoothly. I still haven't found a script that works as good as the Pascus scripts do for the doors. Plus they're very versatile. I know some people want to use the cool door scripts and all the other RP and combat scripts. And you probably could get away with that using these gates, but I don't have any guarantees with that. I'm going to go ahead and de-res that. Well, I think that does it for the introduction video. That covers all of the pieces in the base kit, and we'll move on to setting up a sample using the grid and teaching you how to set your grid up and use it to make it more beneficial so you can focus a little bit more on building as opposed to aligning pieces. And look forward to this set right here. This is the second, or I should say the first expansion set, which is the covered parapets, the covered walkways, and they will plug right into the base units, the base wall units there, and we'll cover that later. Alright guys, take care.